so many wonderful cases of acetabulum fracture and so many wonderful lectures. I will start with pelvis case. So, a 18-year-old male patient had history of railway track injury. Patient got stuck between the train and platform. He came to our hospital around early morning hours, around 4:30 a.m. Patient was hemodynamically unstable. BP was 80/50. He is having tachycardia. We were able to put catheter, so there was gross hematuria, and his HP was 5. So we get a bedside X-ray done, and this was the pelvis X-ray. He was fast positive. So anybody wants to take this case? So after we used the ATLS protocol for resuscitation. Pelvic binder was applied, 3-unit blood transfusion was done. So patient started getting stabilizing, and BP was around 100/60. Pulse is coming. Pulse started coming down, and then we get a CT scan done. General surgery people added that CECT abdomen to check for the solid organ injury of the abdomen, and this was the 3D CT picture of pelvis.
It looks quite horrible. I think fracture, seeing these kind of fractures, I think first we should get angiography to rule out any vascular injury.
Pulses are palpable. Distal pulses are palpable. No distal neurovascular.
Still now, I have seen a few cases where such kind of fracture, there are chances that the spike of that rami fracture is just touching or impinging, or sometimes it piercing the vessels. So it's always beneficial to get a CT angiography.
Anything else? How to proceed for this case?
So for this, I think both the SI joints are disrupted. One side is comminuted. So we can put fully threaded on left side, and as usual partial threaded on right side. And left side is slightly vertically going upward. So I think it's required traction also. And we can do with fence steel incision anterior plating, which is covering both the suprastabular areas.
In the same time, as patient is not very stable condition, his hemoglobin was 5. We have already transfused 3 blood. So any emergency procedure?
So we can put a simple external fixator, and we can leave the anterior injuries as such for initial period.
These are the other picture of CT scan. So options are percutaneous fixation of sacroiliac joint, temporary external fixator, open reduction of the SI joint, or simultaneous posterior as well as the anterior fixation. What we have done is, as patient has got CECT abdomen done, so contrast was there in the bladder, and so percutaneous fixation was difficult as the Siam images was not so good for percutaneous fixation. We did not have the facility of C clamp, so we choose this just to stabilize the more displaced sacroiliac joint that is on the left side. So this is just a half an hour procedure. Anterior sacroiliac plating. As the sacral ella is also fractured, so we have tried to put our screw on the posterior aspect of the sacrum for better purchase and better fixation, and shifted back the patient to the ICU for further management. So this was the, as you can see, the contrast in the bladder also. This was the X-ray after 3 days. Patient is in stable condition hemodynamically now. What should we do now?
So I think we can move further. We can put SI screw on right side and do anterior plating if possible.
So you can see that left suprapubic rami piece got stuck into the bladder. It is visible in CT scan also, it is visible in X-ray also. This left suprapubic rami piece is in the bladder. So options here is anterior subcutaneous internal fixation in fix, no anterior fixation at all, or anterior plating. We did open reduction and internal fixation. We have removed that left suprapubic rami piece from the bladder and wash it through betadine and put it back into its position and plate it from anterior aspect. Urologist call during the surgery and they have repaired the bladder and one suprapubic catheter was added. So open reduction, bladder repair done by urologist. 6 weeks post-op suprapubic catheter was removed and at 6 weeks, 6 months post-surgery urethroplasty was done by urologist. This is 1 year follow-up. All fractures are healed.
So, Dr. Sandeep, do you think that putting such a long plate is easy to? So, putting such a long plate is easy
No,
because a single plate is covering both the stubulum. So, personally, I found that it's quite difficult to adjust the plate over the both side.
yes, a proper molding is required for such a long plate. So you can put it. You have to pass it on one side first. You have to adjust the fracture fragment, reduce it, and pass it on the other side. This is 1 year follow-up.
So, you can move to second case.
25-year-old female patient, history of road traffic accident, two-wheeler hit by car, severe pain in the right hip region, no other significant injury. So this was her X-ray. Looks like both column fracture. Diagnosis can be T-type fracture, ABC, or ACPST. It looks like both column fracture. So we got CT scan done. In 3D CT, we can see this displaced posterior column, supralateral dome of acetabulum fractured, anterior column, high anterior column. And the coronal images. So, what should be the approach for this case? Modified Stopa, Coker-Langenbeck, iliofemoral, or dual approach?
So, one thing is clear that there is no separate posterior wall piece. One
Yes,
is
not
there is,
separate,
but there is a dome
Yeah,
fracture
dome
that is
fracture.
superior lateral. I think that can be dealt with iliofemoral approach also. So we can, if want to do anterior, we can go modified stopas along with lateral window because there is no combination of the posterior wall. Or otherwise, we can go KL with iliofemoral simultaneously in floppy lateral position.
So, what should be the sequence and reduction of fracture? Anterior column first, followed by posterior column, posterior first, followed by anterior, or simultaneous reduction of the both columns. What I did is propilateral position. Approach was Coker-Langenbeck with the lateral window of ilioinguinal approach. Simultaneous reduction of both columns and fixation of anterior column first, followed by posterior column. Added flip osteotomy to reach that supraacetabular area to adequate fixation of that dome fragment. Problem encountered was anatomical reduction of anterior column in floppy lateral position was difficult. Once I fixed the anterior column, screw hinders the reduction of dome and posterior column. This was her post-op X-ray. This is 5 months follow-up. Fracture completely healed. Obturator and iliac fuse. Clinical pictures at 5 months. Very take-home message is very important to classify the fracture pattern and choose the appropriate approach. In ACPST and ABC, anterior column should be fixed first, but sometimes simultaneous reduction of both column required reduction. Screw must be positioned appropriately to avoid crossing the fracture line of the another column.